Hey, my friends, it is your friendly neighborhood doc. I just wanted to do a couple of initial assessments before the end of the night. So let's see what we've got this week. All right, we're going to start with Hyde Street by Jeff Johns, Ivan Rice, Danny Mickey, Brad Anderson, and Rob Lee. And this is the story of Mr. X-Ray. And Mr. X-Ray is a character that lives on Hyde Street, and Hyde Street is kind of like a purgatory where you get what's coming to you. Even if you try to live a good life, then the devil is in the details and you're going to get caught up with. So, for example, you've got this old lady here who seems pretty harmless, and she's getting helped across the street by this little Cub Scout right here, Pip. But there is so much more to this story. And he finds out who she really is and what she did to her family. And as he did that, then you kind of get the idea that there's much more to Pip than what you thought. See his eyes, how they've changed and they're not human anymore. Then you've also got Mr. X-Ray, who was the guy who created the X-ray glasses back in the 1960s that you would see in comic books. And so he is trying to find his way out of Hyde Street, and he chastises Pip for hurting the woman. He says, you could have helped her. You could have helped her get past what she did. You could have helped her in so many magnificent ways and helped her to become a better person. Even in the dawn, even in the dusk of life, the things that you've done as a younger person, they can come back to haunt you. But at the same time, as long as you're breathing, you still have time to change and to become a better version of yourself. Whether you figure that out or whether somebody comes along in your life and kind of puts their hand on your shoulder and says, let me mentor you, let me guide you, let me help you find how to be the best version of the person that you want to be. And that's what Hyde Street is about. It's about second chances. It's about finding a way to overcome what you were and become a better version of you, or to be eaten alive by Hyde Street. So you've got this little girl here, and apparently X-Ray is her father, but he doesn't want to hear that. And so she runs away. Now he's got to figure out how to fix that. And here's Pip doing his little thing, being pretty much just a smarmy jackass. And now you've got Mr. X-Ray, who looks pretty upset. But the art by Ivan Rice is just as on point as it used to be way back when on Green Lantern. It's detailed. It's very interesting compositions. The story is very straightforward. This is a little more cartoony than what I remember in Green Lantern. But at the same time, it has that detail that you can tell it's Ivan Rice. Let me say that. Because when you were reading Green Lantern back in 2005, 2006, you could tell that when he did an issue and when he didn't do an issue, he has one of those detailed, evocative styles that, kind of like John Romita Jr., you can tell who it is that is an artist on a book. And so it says, where is here, you ask? There's a street just around the corner, both familiar and unknown, a street branching off every small town square and cutting through every big avenue, a place where the wicked and the cruel are drawn to the crossroads of morality and madness, with the inevitable destination of not merely death, but something far worse. So, it could be redemption, possibly, or it could be purgatory and everlasting pain. But either way, this was the best book I've read in a very long time. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I like the artwork. The writing was on point, and I can't wait to see what happens in issue 2. So I definitely recommend, in the initial assessment, Hyde Street for each and every reader that is watching this channel. I think that it will give you your prescription of morality, action, and teach you how to treat people better. Because that's really what life is about, is being the best version of yourself and not hurting others and stepping on others to get there. All right, and the only other book that I got this week that was a number one is The Creeping Below by Brian Azzarello as writer and Vanessa Del Rey as artist. And I did not like this book, and I'm not going to recommend this book. I'm not going to even talk about this book very much. The artwork by Vanessa Del Rey is the saving grace of this book. It's got an indie style that really brings out each individual character. You can tell who these characters are, whether you're close up to them or further away. But the story is about a girl who comes to this place to photograph, and she does photography of things like ice cream, photography of still life. But she's gone in search kind of who she is. And so she meets these folks, and she meets up with them, and they all go into this section of the wilderness, into the forest in the dark of night, and something grabs her. And she doesn't understand what's going on. She tries to take pictures of it, and then she finds herself attacked. And then she is up against a tree. I'm not going to show the whole image. But it seems like she's a sacrifice for something that's in the woods. And this looks like a giant, I don't know, satanic deer. But in the end, they think that she's passed away. But she wakes up and she has a chance to figure out what's going on around her. And then she realizes that other people have been lured to this same place. So it looks like it's a murder mystery in amongst a story of trying to find yourself. But I just didn't dig it. Brian Azzarello is knocking it absolutely out of the park with the book Blood Brother's Mother. But this, on the other hand, is just weak and strange, and it just didn't do it for me. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it, but I just can't get into it. So I will not be recommending this as any treatment for anybody. I just don't see it being enjoyable and giving you any positive after effects after reading this book. So that is it for initial assessment. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys picked up Hyde Street, and I kind of hope you didn't pick up Creeping Below, because that just didn't do it for me. But pop down in the comments below and let's start a conversation. Let me know what you did read. Let me know what you enjoyed. Did you pick up any other books like Storm #1? I'm just not a big X-Men guy, and I'm trying to expand, but at the same time, there's budgetary concerns and things like that. I can't go spend $70 and $80 a week on, solely new #1s that I might never read. So just wanted to, let y'all know it's not that I'm trying to only do 1 or 2 books a week, but I'm trying to pick out what I think might be strong so that you guys get some good recommendations. And every once in a while, things like The Creeping Below creep into my pull list, and I have to give it the thumbs down. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Give me some comments below. We'll start a conversation, and I'll catch you in the next video.